What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be reviewing the Pwnage Ultra Custom Wireless gaming mouse and comparing it to another one like the Aerox 3. The shape of this mouse is very comfortable. It's an ergonomic shape. It's made for right-handed users. It's wireless, has pretty top-of-the-line features, and I would say it's a very good contender for top wireless gaming mouse. Alright guys, compared to the Skoll Mini, the Pwnage is larger. It should be smaller than the regular Skoll, but I think the regular Skoll is probably too big for my liking. But here are the click differences between these two. This is the Skoll. This is the Pwnage. These Skoll buttons feel so much better, even though it's all like one shell, than the Pwnage. That it's kind of hard to say that they're using the exact same switches inside. They both use Armron 20 mils, but the Skoll's implementation just feels so much better on both the mouse 1 and 2 and the side buttons. Pwnage does have better side button placement, and I think overall this mouse is more comfortable. But the clicks are a lot worse than, I would say they're worse than average. Skoll has a better buttons coding. It doesn't have a middle button like a DPI button here, but it has DPI down here and polling rate down here. It also has a 3389 and it's wired. This mouse is very customizable. You can remove the back shells. They give you a couple of white and black shells, which are solid or honeycomb, depending on what you want to use. You can also replace the button covers and the DPI button. The button covers just comes off like this. And in here you can add spacers. They gave me 4 sets of 4, like 0.6 to 0.9. They gave me 4 of each. If you wanted to customize the click feeling, you can make it so that there's less pre-travel and the button feels heavier or lighter, depending on how you like it. The buttons in here are Armron 20 millions. They're pretty standard, not great, but not bad either. I don't mind them. On this mouse specifically, there's a lot of pre-travel, but you can adjust it by obviously the button spacers, and Pwnage also told me that you can adjust it by unscrewing these screws a little bit or making them tighter. So if you wanted to adjust the right mouse button, you would actually adjust the left screw, and for this one you would adjust the right screw, and that would make the button stick up or down a little bit more. So something to experiment with if you guys wanted to. If you guys have this mouse, that's something you can do. You can see there's a lot of pre-travel on this mouse before the button actually actuates. So this makes it seem like there's a delay sometimes when I'm clicking. But overall, I played really well with this mouse. The shape is similar to an EC2. And I would say if you're using something like a Death Adder Essential or something, and you like the ergonomic shape, this would be a pretty good upgrade. And if you wanted to go wireless, it's wireless, has PTFE feet, really good side buttons that place really well, a really good scroll wheel. The wireless sensor in here is the PAW3335, and it has no issues for me. The liftoff distance isn't too high. It's not as low as the Aerox 3 wireless, but it's pretty good. And it doesn't feel as snappy as my Aerox 3. But I guess that's part has to do with the wireless tech in the mouse. I'm sure Logitech has even better tech than SteelSeries, but this mouse is indistinguishable from any wired mouse like my MM710 or any G-Wolves mice. It's distinguishable. My Pwnage does have a little bit of, I don't know, it feels a little slower. It doesn't feel as snappy, but for gaming, it's perfectly fine. I didn't have any issues with it. The shape is really comfortable, and I had some really good gameplay with it in Apex and in Quake Champions. I'll upload that at the end just to show you guys if you guys are interested in watching it. But yeah, I performed really well with this mouse, and I was surprisingly really happy with it. The only cons would be the coating on this mouse isn't very good. Feels kind of cheap. I don't mind the holes, they're not too big. They don't bother me too much, but yeah, the coating and the buttons, the clicks, the click feeling is not very good, especially when you click it from the front. There's a lot of pre-trouble.
Oh, hey buddy.
Enemy. Down one. Going. No good. I've been down. You're lucky I like you. Look out! Even taking out more enemies. Just shooting at me. Fire! I'm down. Spotted over there. Took out an enemy. Good kid. Hey, those bad guys over there. Reloading. That giving my shields a recharge. Buenos dias. Charging on my shields. Go time. Enemy down.
The Wi-Fi.